Good day traders, this is the RMDTRADER weekly market fix, and this week amongst other things we will be looking at the reversal and possible breakout on gold, and also the progress on the head and shoulders we have been monitoring on the US indices. So let's kick off this week by having a look at gold, and as we've mentioned we have identified this possible reversal, and at this stage it also seems like we have quite an extended consolidation between the range of 1,950 and then the yearly R1 at 1,970. So for this week, we are looking for a move back to the top of this range, which is, of course, as I mentioned, at 1,970, and the yearly R1, which is currently acting as a strong resistance. But of course, once we can overcome that, we will have a breakout, and the breakout target will have a target at 2,040, which is the monthly R1. It's possible that if we see a breakout, we could see a brief retest of this breakout level and then continue onwards towards a target. In terms of support, support will be the lower end of perhaps of this consolidation. We will also have the additional support from the daily 50 SMA, and that would be in the vicinity of 1,915. Moving on now to our US indices and having a look at the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ has this large head and shoulders that is still active and in play. And as we can see, we previously identified this rejection once again right on top of that right shoulder, and that's also where we have the daily 100 and the daily 200 SMAs converging with that yearly pivot, which we have now seemed to have rejected. We're also currently trading right on the new monthly pivot at 14,370, and of course for this week, we could either see another test of this level where we have our weekly R1 at 14,950, or we will see more downside if we continue lower below the monthly pivot towards this neckline area, where we also have our yearly S1 pivot at 13,475. If we look at the US 30, we see a similar picture, and although we did not see the same sell-off that we had on the NASDAQ, we saw the US 30, actually the Dow, being a little bit more resilient, but also rejecting the daily 100 and 200 moving averages. So this might even present a better opportunity risk-reward wise for the week. So for the US 30, if we can get back below the monthly pivot, we have that target also close to this diagonal support area, which is currently sitting at about 32,600. Having a look now at Brent crude oil. Brent crude oil has also now retested support in terms of the diagonal support, which previously acted as a resistance and now lately has been acting as support. So the higher probability play here would be a continuation, or rather let's just say a reversal back towards this untested monthly pivot at 113.8, which is also where we have our weekly R2. In terms of a deeper sell-off, we could expect strong support at this yearly R1 level, which is at 92.50, also where we have our daily 100 SMA. But overall, we still have a bullish outlook on oil, and we are expecting moves to continue to the upside as the weeks go on. Moving on now to our Forex. So having a look at the AUDCAD for this week, we can see we have our monthly pivot at 0.932, still untested. And also currently we have price action trading just below the yearly pivot, which it does seem to be initially rejecting at this stage after we have had this breakout. So I suspect we will see a slight move to the downside this week. And then of course from there, since the trend is still up and we have entered a new bullish trend phase, I expect price to move higher and perhaps even test this upper diagonal and new high at 0.953. Also having a look at the AUDUSD, we see something similar where we have price still trading above the monthly pivot, which has not yet been tested. So that monthly pivot sitting at 0.739. So we would expect that to be tested, and I think this week is a good time for that to happen. So if we see a move down into this area, we will either be looking for price action reversals, giving us a test of the weekly pivot at 0.751, or we can see price heading even lower towards this strong area of support, where we have diagonal support from this channel, this bullish channel, and also the daily 200 and the daily 50 SMA, all converging at this area at 0.729. That concludes this week's video. For more trading setups, keep your eye on our channel as we continue to identify and upload trading opportunities throughout the week. So until next time, we wish you all the best with your trading, and remember, trade smart and trade successful.